Hello friends! In today's video, we are finally tackling the front room makeover. If you've been here for a minute, you know that I've been itching to redo this room. It has just been cluttered and chaos, and I'm ready to make it cleared out and beautiful. So today's video is part 1, and we are starting the trim in this front room, and you guys, it already is blowing me away. So for part 1 of this room transformation, keep watching. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. We are so happy that you stopped by. We hope you'll stay for a long time, and welcome back if you've been a regular here. You guys know that I love you. So today's video, we are redoing my mom's front room. And you might be confused and think, why does it look like the project's already underway? That is because the project is already underway, and I don't think I filmed an intro. So I'm pausing here to show you guys what's been happening, what's going on, and where we're getting to. So for those of you who don't know, I and my family, we moved in with my mom from Canada. We're now living in the States, working on getting my husband's green card, all that fun stuff. I've got lots of videos on that. But in the meantime, I need a project. I like to decorate. I like to DIY, and I don't have my own house to do it, so I figured why not test in my mom's house while I'm here. So we're gonna have some fun with some picture molding. But first, let me show you the before. So this room is a small sitting room that you come into when you first come into the house. So it's the first room that greets you. And honestly, it was not a very warm welcome for a while. So we were living here. This was our hangout spot. This is where the kids would come. We would watch our movies. They would play with their toys. But also my brother-in-law and my sister were also living here. They were living in the basement, but he also would play his video games up here, do some computer work and that kind of thing. So he did have a computer desk that was taking up some of the corner. There was some random art on the walls. There was a homeschool cabinet at one point, just to fit our stuff because we do homeschool. So there was a lot going on for this little space. A lot of people in a tiny space. And so it just got messy. There was no rhyme or reason to it. I obviously didn't feel like putting any effort into it because we were sharing the space with people. But my brother-in-law and my sister have since moved out, and now we have space downstairs for the kids to play, to do homeschool, to hang out, and this room doesn't need to be overtaken by us anymore. And so I want to give it back to my mom, and I want to give it back in a beautiful bow. So what I'm planning on is for this room is I got this rug off of Facebook Marketplace, and we thrifted as much as possible for this room because obviously it's not my house, so we need to do this on a bit of a budget. It is a gift to my mom, and I'm happy to do it, but I still want to keep it within, you know, within our means, because we do still need to buy our own home. But that being said, now this is where we're at. I'm going to show you guys how we taped off this room, and then we'll basically take it from there. And coming up, you know, we're going to do some trim work. We're going to paint this room. We're going to hang some curtains. We're going to add some decor, possibly strip this table, this coffee table. We'll see. But I'm excited, you guys, and I hope you guys will keep watching to see how we transform this space. I'm really excited, and I'm glad you're here. So without further ado, let's jump into it. But before you do that, make sure you click that subscribe button. We'd love to have you be a part of our family. Give this video a thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments below how you found me, and if you've been here for a while, what you think of this room. All right, let's go, guys. Okay, so we got our hutch cabinet out of here, and now we're bringing my mom's back in. She took it out when we moved in here because there was just no space. She lovingly put it in her cramped little bedroom, and now we're gonna bring it back down here. For now, this is like a halfway process, you guys. We've got lots to do, but we've got company coming in, so we're just trying to get things organized and situated so there's room for people to sleep. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the rug down though, because I wanna see what that looks like before we bring the hutch down. friends, it is a new day and we've got this room set up for how it was when we had Red's family here, and so it kind of looks somewhat nice right now, but we are far from finished. We still have so much to do, and specifically what I want to do today is take down this mirror that's mirroring me and I need to figure out what trim I want. Normally I'm kind of like a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl when it comes to decor. You know, I can go to the store and just pick out a paint, and I can go there and pick up my trim. That's what I did for my bedroom. If you haven't seen that, I'll have it linked down below. But this time I don't know, I was so unsure on what to do on this wall with trim, and I went to Lowe's and I went to Home Depot today, and I thought I had what I wanted, and then I just could not decide. And so I said, you know what, I'm just gonna grab some painter's tape and I'm gonna map out what I want to do, because I just can't see it in my head. There's a few things I looked up online as well. I went to Instagram. Instagram was actually a lot better for me than Pinterest this time. For some molding, I'll put some pictures here of what I saw and what I'm kind of thinking. So there's two options. I definitely want to add like a mid chair rail bar this time, just for a little bit more character. So I'm debating doing just regular rectangle boxes or doing like a double trim. I'll show you guys what I mean, but basically just doing like a box and then inside of it another little box. So doing thinner trim this time, whereas last time in my bedroom I did a little bit thicker. But anyways, I'm just gonna tape it out and see what I think. And then I've got a baby shower to get ready for, so that's all I'm gonna do today, but it'll at least give me an idea of what I think. And then if it's what I want, then I'll have the measurements pretty much mapped out. Let's go ahead and take this mirror down, move some stuff out of the way, and see what this looks like. Looking back on your inspiration photos too is super helpful, because it can just help you remember like, okay, yeah, I did like the height of this. So I might even be able to go actually just a hair lower. A good thing to remember too is that if you're going to be hanging pictures are best hung at eye level. I feel like I've gone to so many houses where their pictures are just like up on the wall, and you don't need to be craning your neck to see people's art. You want to just be able to, you know, walk into a room and appreciate it right where you are. Obviously if you're on the shorter end of the stick, you might have to put it up a couple inches, but you also don't want to make it for the tallest person in the room. About average eye height level. So that means that I'm going to want to be putting like my art right here. So if I'm hanging art, you know, and I know too that you can stack them as well, but you don't want your art floating at the top of the wall. So that's important to keep in mind when you're making your chair level, is to make sure that it's not so high, so then your art is so much higher if you're going to be putting art on the wall, which I think I want to do. So anyways, that's a good starting point. Let's keep going. Okay, here's my very quickly taped out wall. I didn't do it perfect, you guys. I did the best that my eyeballs could do, because I wasn't sure if this is exactly what I wanted to do. If I knew this is what I was doing 100%, then obviously the math measurements would have all been there. I would have measured, you know, 2 inches from the ceiling, 2 inches from the baseboard, 2 inches from here, 2 inches from there, and in between and all that stuff. But I just wanted to see, is this what I want? It makes me so excited. I'm so excited. So I'm going to do the 3, like I said. I'm going to have the 3 on the bottom. The middle is going to be a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to have the chair rail be a little bit thicker, so that's why I also put 2 pieces of tape there. The trim might even be like a little bit thinner and have a little bit more of a bold center. I'm not quite sure yet. And then I did just put this piece here to see what it would look like if I did a double layer. Again, it would be more thin trim molding, but I really like that. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. But yeah, I think I like the scale, but I wanted the top to be longer than the bottom, obviously. And you could do this any way you want it. Like you could do 4 if you wanted. You could have squares on the bottom instead of rectangles, but this is just the way that it's looking. I don't know, I think I like it. I think I'm gonna live with it for a minute. This is great too, because I can walk by it, I can decide. I could take my artwork downstairs and, you know, already lay that out and see, okay, does this fit, does this not? Also, a great thing that I taped this out is I was able to realize that there's an outlet down here, and so you need to make sure, if you don't want to be cutting around outlets or light switches or that kind of thing, it's a great idea to tape it out, because if you can just change your measurement, you know, 1/2 inch to 1 inch and completely avoid that and not have to worry about it, that makes it so much easier for you. So yeah, I already wasn't going to be touching that outlet, but it was just good to know. in case it was lower. You know, I might have hit it, had to move my molding around a little bit, but this way I don't have to cut around it. It's awesome. So yeah, so we're gonna live with this for a minute. I have to go get ready for a baby shower. I have 10 minutes to write my sister a lovely note and go celebrate a baby, and then we're gonna get started on this room. Hi you guys, it is a new day and we are ready for trim. I might only get it cut today. We have baby napping, so that's why I'm able to do this right now. And then we're also going strawberry picking and dinner at my sister's. So projects take time, you guys. You know, it's beautiful to see these things on Instagram or YouTube and be like, woohoo, look at their projects start to finish. But I'm a mom of 4 and I homeschool, so it's really hard to fit these projects in. But I love doing them, so I make time for them. But that's why you might just see me in multiple outfit changes throughout this video. But I did pick up the trim from Home Depot. Lowe's. I went to Home Depot, and Home Depot was by the foot, which is actually fantastic because you're able to get exactly what you want, and then that will save you a bunch of money, so you're not paying for extra cuts that you don't need. However, mom of 4 here, and I just was like, I did not have time to cut from this like 15-foot board, and for me, I went to Lowe's, and Home Depot has a couple, but they don't have a lot, but Lowe's has a lot more 8-foot pieces that you can just take home, and my wall is, I think, about just under 8 feet. It might be 7.5, maybe just under 8. Anyways, it works out perfect for me, so I actually am not going to have a ton of waste by choosing an 8-foot board or an 8-foot piece. So just keep that in mind. You can do by the foot. Again, I just felt this was easier. I was able to take my baby, run, pick up all the wood that I needed, and there's not going to be a ton of waste. So I'm gonna go cut some trim. So all I'm doing when I'm cutting this trim too is I'm going to go ahead and take my measurement. So let's say, you know, it's the 37 inches, and I'm cutting 45-degree angles. So I'm gonna cut here, and then I'm gonna cut whatever the measurement is coming in this way, and then this piece, you know, will be my top measurement. And I wanna have those 45-degree angles, so that way when I cut them, I'll show you guys when I cut them. So that way when I cut them, I can put them together like a picture frame, which is why this is called picture frame molding. So very important to keep in mind the direction that you're cutting, because it sucks when you cut it the wrong way, you've measured it, and now you can't use that board. So always measure twice and cut once. Tip to determine spacing is using a spacer, or for my case I used a piece of tape that was 3 inches, and then I was going to do 2 inches between the chair rail and the bottom and top trim, but my level was actually just shy of 2 inches, and I figured this was a much better way of doing the spacing because it kept it even the whole way across, and then obviously I also got to use my level. Made it super simple. right, you guys, that completes this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. We got the trim up yesterday. I also caulked it and I added the wood filler, so now I just need to sand that off. And then we are ready to patch paint, take down the curtains, put up some decor. I'm so excited. So make sure you are subscribed if you aren't already, so you don't miss next week's final reveal of this long-awaited front room makeover. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you think so far. And I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.